Some of the best vehicles on the market today, a 2020 Toyota Corolla, a 4-cylinder sedan. Now this comes in a 6-speed manual transmission as well as a continuously variable transmission, or a CVT. Now it does have 3 recalls in recent times, such as the electronic stability control, the fuel pump, and as much as the seat belt as well. So you may want to have those checked out. Great and known for amazing reliability, as we all know Toyota is. However, there's many saying they're starting to take a back seat. Now you'll have to make that decision for yourself. After using thousands upon thousands of reviews and information, also conducting research to find out if this information is correct by making sure these people aren't being paid to say these things, this is how we come up with the best cars out there. Now, for 2020, they are a great car definitely to buy. Now the gas mileage coming in at 23 miles per gallon in the city. The MPG for the highway is 45 miles a gallon. That's pretty incredible. And I said this vehicle can handle great. Maybe not the most comfortable vehicle. Now, as far as the luxury goes of the vehicle and any issues as far as the tech, which is probably one of the most common things we see with vehicles and where they're having to make recalls, they do pretty well in this area. I have seen a few complaints, but overall, they get a good score when it comes to this. So you won't be riddled with problems as far as any entertainment systems go. Next up, the 2020 Toyota Avalon. Now you're going to have a lot of the same great features with the reliability, great handling. However, you're going to have much needed added room depending on the size of your family. And there are 2 recalls on this Avalon as well, which would be the fuel pump, because this was recalled in many vehicles. This isn't necessarily Toyota's fault. And you have the airbag, which is the other recall. Next up, for city MPG, you're looking at 32 miles per gallon. These are tested mileages. So you're also looking at about 50 miles per gallon on the highway. And as I said, this is reviewed and tested. So take that for what you will. Guys, these are some great options for you. Reliability is king. And these are fairly affordable vehicles. Let's go ahead and move on. Now we have the 2020 Tesla Model 3. And unfortunately, we probably should start off with some of these recalls. Electrical system, forward collision avoidance, electrical system, seat belts, electrical system. Yes, I know I repeated electrical system 3 times. Okay, and this is coming at failing to stop at a stop sign can increase the risk of crash. The driver may be unaware that their seatbelt is not fastened, increasing the risk of injury or crash. Pedestrians may be unaware of approaching vehicles if the PW's sounds are obscured, increasing the risk of crash. However, the city MPGE is 136. Yeah, that's right. Pretty incredible. And 123 MPGE for highway. I know that's a little bit different. However, we're speaking on an electrical vehicle. Now this vehicle is very, very comfortable, stylish, and not a lot of people have this vehicle as compared to the others. So you'll definitely stand out in a crowd if that's what you're looking for. But there is some issue, unlike the rest of the vehicles I named thus far. There could be reliability concerns, as been reported with many people. For the most part, I don't see anything that's too major. As you add in more tech, obviously they're somewhat new. Yes, they've been doing this for a while, but even when typical car manufacturers that have been in the game the entire time switch to say a new make and model, you know as well as I do, or using new tech, they're definitely bound to run into more problems. So you can use that as a great formula to finding yourself a more reliable vehicle. Find something they've been making for some time, same engine, not adding all this new tech in, unless they've used it in previous years and maybe learned from their mistakes. And this will take you a long way, believe it or not. Guys, if there's any information you can give about the vehicles mentioned, or I'd like for you to list a couple of the ones you think are great, and I'd really appreciate that. Now, we all know which ones are typically not all that great, but I'd like for you to jump in there on that one. A lot of people are throwing down Chrysler, and as I said, people are even throwing down Toyota, trying to say that other vehicle manufacturers are starting to surpass them in reliability. I'm not so sure about that. They've still got a lot to prove to beat Toyota in reliability. But there's some other great manufacturers out there. As always, guys, I want to thank you for watching Nate's Interactive Auto.